Jakarta is probably the most controversial city in Indonesia. What do you know about Indonesia? You probably know more about the island of Bali in this country, with its beaches, cafes, and natural beauty. But guys, Jakarta is not Bali. It's a completely different world. Hey everyone, I'm Stana, and today I'm gonna show Jakarta. Here you won't find the perfect beaches, surfing, cliffs, and beautiful landscapes like in Bali. But Jakarta offers a stark contrast between slums, poverty, dirt, beautiful buildings, large shopping centers, new subway, and nice cafes and restaurants. I'm gonna show a few places worth visiting in Jakarta, where you can enjoy delicious coffee, spend your time interestingly, where it's better avoid altogether. Let's do it! I want to start with a new area, downtown and the business district. In this part of the city, you won't see dirt, poverty or slums, but you will see good shopping centers, tall pristine buildings, Indonesians taking cigarette breaks between work, relaxing by fountains, or on the summer terrace of nice restaurants. Neat roads, beautiful plant trees, businessmen, and expensive cars. It's in the best traditions of a business center. Where you can have a good coffee and enjoy delicious food in this part of the city. My absolutely recommendation is Kitsune Cafe. The average bill for two is approximate $30. This is my favorite coffee shop that you can find in Paris, China, Japan, the USA, Thailand, Indonesia, and the Philippines. You can find this cafe and all the other delights of the city in South Jakarta. If you want to experience the more upscale and affluent side of the city, South Jakarta is definitely the place to live and explore. I suggest teleporting to another part of Jakarta. Here you won't find beautiful business centers, good roads and city streets, but amidst the slums, dirty rivers, shabby houses and awful stench and poverty. You can turn a corner and find neat houses, quiet streets, beautiful gardens in front of the homes, and one of the most beautiful and stylish cafe in my life. So let's just immerse ourselves in the textures of the building. See how meticulously the interior of this cafe was designed, how every detail was thought out, and how wonderful the people working there are. Because without a doubt, this is the place to visit for delicious coffee, taste food, and the aesthetics of the interior. The average bill for two is approximately $6 if you order 2 cups of coffee and 2 food dishes. Yes, that's not a mistake. You can find this cafe, bustling streets, dirty places, and quiet streets with beautiful houses in North Jakarta. I couldn't resist visiting the Museum of Modern and Contemporary Art Makan for several reasons. First, I adore contemporary art. Second, it's always very stylish and beautiful there. Third, it's an excellent way to spend your time in the city when it's scorching hot outside. The ticket price for an adult is nearly $5 on weekdays and almost $6 on weekends. The museum often changed exhibitions, and I happened to visit an exhibition dedicated to cardboard cities and household items, Indonesia's and their culture. In terms of size, the museum is not large, but it's not small either. I think you can spend about half an hour to an hour there. There are many paintings and installations. You can fully immerse yourself in the country's culture and watch short documentary movies. The museum also has a store with clothing, home goods, posters, tableware, and various cool items. There is also a cafe with very tasty cinnamon buns, good coffee, and delicious garlic pie quiche Lorraine. The average bill for two at the cafe is approximately $12. I really enjoy the museum, so if you are in Jakarta, be sure to visit it. This museum can be found in West Jakarta. Now, one of the challenging and incomprehensible parts of this video is coming up: the slums. It's always difficult to realize, see, and know that people can live in such conditions. But perhaps even more challenging is understanding how genuinely people can smile while living in such conditions. Yes, it's right here, amid these narrow and dirty streets, buildings that look nothing like home, windows overlooking a river of shit, amid ruined roads, among people who sometimes don't even have shoes, people sitting on the ground, small streets with one-story buildings and a view of towering skyscrapers. It's right here that you can find the real Jakarta, amid the endless traffic jam caused by the overpopulation of this city, which seems like it's about to burst. When you step out of the slums and in the massive, glamorous shopping mall, expensive restaurants and stores, you can't help but wonder how this is possible. Just a 2-minute walk away, people live and they can't even afford to buy a pair of pants from these stores. You need to experience of this, and I don't even know it's possible to fully comprehend and accept it within yourself, but it certainly doesn't leave you indifferent. I still have many questions about this city, and there are many mixed feelings and emotions, but I realized that this city is not for me and it's not about me. It's hard for me to be here, but I'm still very glad I had the opportunity to visit. See you in the next video.